So, how about that airline food?
Excellent point, Ferb. What did happen to airline food? What was once full, complete, in-flight meals is now just a shell of its former self. My name is Victor. Let's find out how we got to this point. For those who don't know, airline food, or in-flight meals, are meals served to passengers aboard commercial airlines.
Wow, really?
They vary widely in quality and quantity, depending on the period of time and type of flight. Airline food started very small, beginning during the 1920s, offering gum and basic refreshments to prevent air sickness. First true airline meal was served on a London to Paris flight by Handley Page Transport, consisting on different fruit and sandwiches, as well as coffee, tea, juices, and water. This was to change, as with the 1930s came the most romantic era of air travel. Dining areas with enough space to move, elegant dishes and utensils, larger aircraft to fit stoves and fridges all culminated in a brand new era of airline food. With dedicated kitchens, companies like United Airlines could provide proper in-flight meals such as scrambled eggs or fried chicken. This, however, would not last, as with the introduction of economy as a travel class, the food would change with it. In 1958, the International Air Transport Association ruled it so that airlines could only serve simple, cheap foods in economy. This was one of the first examples of airline food's decrease in quality. As commercial airlines improved in size, companies had to become more efficient with their food distribution, such as swapping out glassware for plastic and switching to more bite-sized foods like sandwiches. This descent continued from the 1970s all the way into today. Budget airlines continued to provide less and less food. For example, Southwest Airlines began the practice of only offering small snacks like peanuts and biscuits. American Airlines removed an olive from every salad, and British Airways removed their second meal altogether. Before we continue, let's take a look at how airline food has influenced the public.
When was your first flight and how was the food?
I remember it being just like you had kind of a choice of stuff. You had like maybe peanuts, some like brand name kind of really good kind of pretzels. You got to choose, or actually I think somebody next to me got both, so I did the same thing. And then you got kind of your choice of what to drink. So it'd be something like a soft drink or something like that.
It's like, why are the drinks so? I'll go and they'll be like the who gives out the drinks. And I'll go, what do you want? So I'll take a Diet Coke like this, and she'll give me a cup about yay big, but not as round. And I'll ask for like the whole can. So here's what they'll do. Watch this. They'll go. You ask for more, and they go, no.
How has your experience with airline food been in the past?
In the past, when I was a kid and I would travel, went back and forth to New York a lot, it would be a 2-hour flight. Anything 2 hours or more, you would get a full-on meal, like TV dinner, full meal. They were better than TV dinners though, but you would give your order when you were coming down the aisle when you were sitting. Do you want chicken? Do you want fish? You would tell them. And then they would bring it to you hot and fresh from whatever kitchen they have up front. And it would be like a chicken with rice and vegetables and a dessert and then the drinks. In more recent years, they don't give you full-on meals anymore. They give you like snack options. And if they're free, they're little tiny bags. Little tiny pretzels, little tiny animal crackers, and then a drink. If you want the bigger bags, you have to pay for them. So you would have to pay for the bigger bags. The stuff that comes free with the ticket is just a little tiny bag, little tiny thing.
Things just got worse and worse for airline food until we got to where we are today. We've looked at its history. Why don't we find out what the deal with airline food is and jump into why this happened?
There are 2.5 reasons for the decline of airline food: increasing altitude and shrinkflation. As planes continue to rise higher and higher due to improvements in technology, airlines encountered a unique problem. Due to altitude, their food would spoil faster and food would take longer to cook. This required companies to find a reasonable alternative to cooking food on the plane. Fortunately for them, thanks to World War II, prepackaged frozen meals came to save the day. Still, there's a decline in quality from plain cooked meals to frozen ones, but that was only the beginning, as shrinkflation was about to throw its hat into the ring. Shrinkflation, or package downsizing, is when companies shrink their product in size while keeping the prices the same, effectively charging you more for less. Similarly, skimpflation is when businesses reduce quality while keeping prices the same. You may have noticed this happen in products such as cereal or beverages. Businesses commonly use these tactics to sell more products while lowering manufacturing costs at the expense of the consumer. These practices hurt consumers as they are much less likely to notice the change in size and end up reducing their ability to make an informed decision. These practices are what really took airline food to where it is now, as airlines would focus their efforts on cutting costs instead of keeping quality. As demand for flights grew, airlines wanted to do whatever they could to cut costs, leading to the removal of meals, replacing utensils and dishware with smaller plastic versions, and American Airlines Company president deciding to take an olive out of every single salad. The 9/11 attacks only accelerated this, since demand for flights dropped immensely and airlines absolutely annihilated food service as a result. Airlines replaced proper food with cheaper snacks and pathetic meals, replaced all utensils with cheaper plastic ones, and some even went so far as to remove knives entirely, just so their profits don't crash and burn. Airline food would soon disappear, as in 2010, Continental Airlines became the last major airline to get rid of free meals for economy class.
Airline food has gone through a lot over the years, with its thriving golden age to its downward spiral thanks to corporate penny pinching. Truly unfortunate end to such a fondly remembered service. At least next time someone asks you, what's the deal with airline food? You'll have an answer.